Hello guys, my name is Fatal Repetition, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to RLCraft. This is the second episode in our Let's Play / Survival Guide series where we fight to obtain diving gear and armor, so let's jump right in. Alright guys, we're jumping right into this first town. We're gonna grab the old trusty steed, and we're off on our adventure. See what we can find today. So starting off here, we see some cows, some Ariosaurs. I love taking advantage of these guys because not only is it really getting XP, but cows drop beef, which is obviously some of the best food in the game. Your Ariosaurs here drop their meat as well. The good thing about Ariosaur meat is that when you cook it, the meat gives you rejuvenation, and rejuvenation increases all healing from all sources. That's a really great thing for healing from bandages, healing from nymphs, healing from regeneration rings or potions, healing from all sources. So it's just such a great thing to have. It also replenishes a lot of hunger bars as well. Alright guys, so here I fall off this cliff. Luckily it was only about a 10 block drop. You guys have to be so careful when you're traveling through your worlds. Just make sure you look out for holes like this. I and other worlds, maybe not in RLCraft, but even in Minecraft, have taken a 50 block drop, which is definitely to your death, and your horse's death. So be careful when you're adventuring your worlds. So we come across here a villager camp. I love these things. They definitely sometimes have good loot. And a lot of your worlds are going to be your first shelter that you'll see, because they spawn quite frequently if I remember. So here diving in, you're always going to have this fire in the center. I typically always put the fire on. Fire usually equals cinders, and cinders are a bad day. You don't want to mess with them, so put it out unless you need the heat, and in that case use the heat as needed, but be cautious because those cinders, they can hurt you. I take another rack here for maybe some cauldron work later, which we'll save for a different episode. So as we look in the chest here, you'll see not too great a loot. I mean, some iron boots, an iron ingot, a saddle, some bread, some chicken, stuff like that. So like I said, just a little bit of food, just some stuff to keep you surviving. Now also in these, if you don't have a crafting table or a furnace, they're available here. Also, they're going to have some of this iron ore, gold ore, a good amount of wheat that you can turn into bread. So lots of food from these places, definitely to help you out survive. I take my level in mining up to 5, just so I can take some of this iron. Might as well. So we continue to adventure out, and we come across an aspid. Now aspids are awesome because their drops are really great. One drop they have is slime, and the other drop is the aspid meat. Early game slime is really important for stuff like leads and other things, and the aspid meat gives you regen once cooked. Make sure you do cook it though, because eating it raw can have some adverse advantages. Now here I'm looking to make the grappling hook. The grappling hook is made from a lead and an iron pickaxe. It's not too expensive, just some string and slime. I believe 3 string and 1 slime, we'll see here. 4 string, 1 slime, and an iron pickaxe. And a grappling hook's pretty neat. It's a pretty neat way to climb in RLCraft, as you'll see. So I make a couple here. I don't know how much I'm planning to use these, but I just want to make sure I'm not running out of durability in one and not have the ability to have another one. So if you make the grappling hook in your world, make sure you test it out first. As you can see here, I fast forwarded through a lot of me trying to figure out how to use this thing. It's not as simple as you think. You know, you think you can just web sling up there like Spider-Man and just fly around, but it's not that simple. I paused a few times to kind of just review the controls and make sure, you know, what I'm doing is right. But I advise you guys to do the same. Don't just rely on this grappling hook when you're at the top of a battle tower and you think you can just swing your way down. As you see in here, I definitely hurt myself trying to do this at a 5 block, you know, height. So be cautious, be careful, practice before you head out. Alright, right here I'm going to pause so you guys can really see the controls. Really shift and W allows you to go up, and then you're going to jump at the top, which allows you to get it up. Right here is kind of the most simple, right there, that's how you want to use this. So that's the grappling hook, kind of a neat little mod they added to this, an easy way to, you know, get up to places early game. Alright, we're back to exploring. Right here, just trying to get a little bit of water in our iron canteen. I love the canteen. Getting in canteen early game is so crucial. I do not like messing around with parasites. So we're head out. We're just, you know, again, getting more passive XP through killing some turkeys. Looks like we got some pigs here. I'm looking over there because I see fairies. Fairies in this are so frustrating, those specific types of fairies. So if you get close to them and look at them, they have the ability to steal any item out of your inventory. So not just your hotbar, but out of your inventory as well. So if you guys see those, be so cautious. You'll hear them, they'll say something like, hello, and yeah, you might lose your diamond pickaxe or better. So be very cautious around the fairies. So just trying to get some more XP, some more meat here, and I hear that noise, and I'm like, no way. We just spent a whole episode fighting these guys. They were our terrors. I see him in the tree there, you know, he's mocking me. I'm like, you know what? I'm not dealing with him today. So here we're rolling up upon another villager outpost. These things are so great. Just going over them again, I mean, these are multi-level bases. They spawn your Aegises, your iron golems. They have good defense and mostly some pretty good loot. There are the whole villagers as well that are librarians. So if you need some books, you can find those guys here as well. As you can see, there's some healing. There's a good amount of resources, iron. Looks like right here some hay. So you've got food, good. I mean, those enchantments are so good. Protection 4, and even more. So when you find these, get excited. And if you're looking for a good base to start off with, if you find one of these, it's a great thing to turn into your base. Like I said before, with the Aegises and the iron golems, you have protection. And then in the basement here, you have your wine already set up. We're going to do a future video on wine, so we won't talk about it too much right now, but wine is so OP, and it's already set up to go here. I know in RLCraft, we really focus more on exploration. The craft in RLCraft is lost sometimes, as we spend most of our time exploring, fighting, XP farming, tower hunting, etc. So we lose that building aspect of Minecraft. I believe that having a good organized base will definitely help anyone in their journey. And and that allows you to have a little bit of your own creativity in your world. So I'll be building a proper base in future episodes, or episode, where we will build our base from scratch, set up stuff like storage systems, enchantment tables, stuff like that. Well, here we go, guys. We're finishing up at the villager outpost, and we're about to head out to explore more. Right here we come across a meteor site, and I see this cinder pop out because there was some fire on the ground. Now, this guy is not your normal cinder. He's what's called a verdant cinder. You can see he's got kind of a greenish tint to him. The verdant version of the Lycanite mobs are so dangerous. They have more health, they're typically faster, they do more damage. So I don't know what I was thinking here. Maybe I got a, bone of bravery inside of me to be like, oh, I'm gonna take this guy on, because if he comes at me, he can definitely kill me. So be careful when you come across these guys. And he spawned an Argus. And Arguses are so annoying. They're these flying salamanders. They do not fly in a straight path. They fly in a circle like that. They're actually quite fast. And early game, they'll do a ton of damage to you. Their green projectile they shoot out inflicts you with a debuff called instability. And instability makes you lose complete control of your character. I mean, you'll just be flying all over the place, jumping super high. It's super dangerous. So watch out for those guys. Here we come across a cold biome. Now, in this series already, we've been doing a pretty good job at controlling our temperature. In future episodes, we're going to dive into ways to prevent heat, prevent cold. I know some of you guys in your series have probably died to either hypothermia, hyperthermia, or just been annoying when you're sitting there freezing to death or can't sleep because hypothermia is taking away your health. So in a future episode, we'll go over ways to combat your elements. So after a good time adventuring, we finally found our battle tower. So what I want to do here is I just want to get a little base set up. Not only to dump my inventory, as you can see my inventory is just so full I can't even think. But this allows you to set up something a little bit closer to the battle tower where you can drop off loot and continue to take on the battle tower. Alright, so just trying to get all my stuff organized here, getting some healing, getting my food ready to take on this battle tower. And what the heck is that? Oh my god, the freaking sea serpents in this game are definitely out to get me. I had no idea this guy was coming. Just crazy. As you can see, he's going crazy over there. I'm hiding in the trees. I don't want him to jump. They can jump so far, so I'm just being really careful here. Being like, hey man, what are you doing? Are you coming? So he gets stuck on the hill here. I'm like, okay, yes, this is good. Remember what I talked about, their AI on land is so bad. So I start to shoot him here. He gives me the death look, like he just wants to eat me, so I'm going to keep shooting him here. Now when you shoot them, they do cause a little bit of knockback. So as you can see, he's getting pushed farther and farther back over the hill, which is not optimal. I don't want to have to get close to the sea serpent. But it looks like we can't hit him anymore, so we're going to have to get closer. So I sneak up on this hill and starting to look over to see where he is. Look at Mr. Sneaky there, just hiding, waiting. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna be very cautious here. I'm so scared. Right here, my heart is pounding. He's right next to the water, which means if he touches the water, he can immediately jump up here. So I'm crouching. I'm just so scared. I'm just trying to get little arrows over the hill to try to chip down his damage and get this and kill this guy. So right there, he gets back in the water. Uh-oh, starting to panic now. I run. Where'd he go? I'm looking for him there. And, oh my god, he jumps right out at me. Luckily, I went underneath the trees, so he got stuck above. Man, that was so scary. I had my shield up because he was gonna hit me. I try to take him on here pretty close. I see that he can come off the tree. I'm like, nope. Run away, run. Let's get up this hill. Distance is your friend when it comes to these guys. So just grab your bow, get up on the hill, get you some distance, and take him out. Here we go, it's time to take on the tower. Now here I want to make sure I get some Maca Burger in, which is giving me absorption 2, or 3 I believe, and try to take on this first level. Now I hop out of the boat there because I can't get stuck in the boat, and the skeleton's damage is too much. So I'm going to try to, as best I can, deal with the spiders and skeletons in this level, and try to, own this bottom level so I can start to climb the tower. So we have to be super cautious with skeletons. Obviously, they are sharpshooters in this game, as you will see. So right here, that skeleton shoots the other one, so I thought they were going to fight each other, and he still shoots me in the head. Man, that did, what, a heart and a half of health. That's quite a bit to our head. Granted, we only have 3 head hearts, so definitely have to be careful. I try to take out the spawners here. It's not advised to do this while swimming. So if you don't know, while you're swimming, it takes longer to break blocks, any blocks. You need aqua affinity to be able to mine at a normal speed while in water. As you can see, it's taking so long to take out that spawner. The baby zombie came all the way from upstairs, down the stairs to attack me and stop me. So it's going to take me longer to break that spawner. And now I got to deal with these zombies first. Feels so good to get that spawner finally broken. Starting to make some progress finally on this first level. With these battle towers, you have to be so careful. So throughout this whole episode here, I do take it pretty cautiously while taking some risks. Here I bring out the nunchucks. Now I do want to talk about the nunchucks, as it's probably one of my favorite weapons in RLCraft at the moment. It's so great. It has a continuous attack. So you're going to hold down the attack and you can just hold it and it just spins and you keep attacking. It's just the highest attack rate in the game. And it's one of the most unique weapons in the game, as you can hold up your shield while using it. That's such a high value in this game. So I like using it to take out different mobs, especially spiders in these battle towers. It's so good because you can just hold your shield, hold down your nunchucks, and they just walk into it and get messed up. And right here, I like using it because you can see I can attack these zombies, attack the spiders through the hole. Now sometimes you do get bit, so be careful, wait out the poison, and then re-engage. So it's becoming nighttime. I gotta get away from there. I don't have my sleeping bag, so always carry a sleeping bag, because in case you need to sleep, bad things come out at night. And for me to go in the water right there is pretty sketchy. Right there you can hear a roa that definitely could have got me while I was in the boat. We see him right there, yep. So they're a shark, they're a mob that spawns in the water, and they create like a typhoon effect around them. So if you get close, they'll just keep pulling you into them and biting you until you die. And it really do quite a bit of damage, so be careful with water at night. So here we are, just trying to clean up the rest of the mobs on this first floor. If you can avoid it, try not to fight while you're bobbing in the water like this. It's suboptimal. You can't run very fast away, you can't navigate, you can't move, so just be careful. So right here, that spider dropped a Bezoar, or a Bezoar, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but a great early game bubble. The main thing it does is it gives you immunity to poison, which is huge when it takes these towers, because then you can have no threat from these spiders. But the cool thing also is that it's in any bobble slot. So as many of these Bezoars as you can get, you can put in any bobble slot. You can get 6 of them and get the nice buffs that comes with them in 6 different slots. So make sure you pick up all your Bezoars. So now that we own this first level here, it's time to get set up. I grab all the XP, start picking up stuff off the ground, just try to get it cleaned up so we can move on up to the next floor. So as you can see here is a good demonstration of you can just start putting these Bezoars in different slots. You can get stuff like increased damage, damage speed, even extra hearts early game, so make sure again to pick up your Bezoars. So I'm going to knock out this block here, and we're going to walk up the stairs and start attacking the second floor. Now, this is the strategy that I use. I place a block there, and then I break out the blocks right next to it. Now sometimes I'll take out one, sometimes I'll take out multiple. Typically with skeletons I don't take out multiple, it just gives them more opportunity to just shoot me. But so the block to the left, it stops mobs, 2 high mobs from walking towards you. And then this gives you a little area so that you can see and swipe at their feet. Now, by no means is this a 100% method. I'm not saying that this is going to guarantee you perfect runs of your battle towers. I've died plenty of times using this method, because the one block opening here allows spiders to get through, the skeletons can still shoot you, and the all-terrorist baby zombie can get through as well. Now, the spider and the baby zombie can also be blighted with the purple fire that spawns around them, which gives them more health, more attack, potential for bonus damage. So when one of those guys comes through, it's a real bad day. So, but this is typically works really well for me. This is how I take on battle towers for the game. So taking after a big mob of these guys, we see there is a ultra zombie. So this guy's going to spawn with more debuffs that he can inflict on you and stuff like that. So we have to be super cautious with those guys. Some of your most dangerous effects there are your vengeance. That's basically like a sort of thorns. So when you hit him, you do damage back. So just be cautious when fighting those guys or shooting them with your arrow, because you could definitely hurt yourself. Now this guy here, he's just got sprint, ghastly, darkness, and 1 HP, so it makes him really fast. He shoots gas balls, fireballs. Darkness gives you that blindness effect, and 1 up just gives him an extra life. So when you take him down to 0, it's going to bring his life back. Now you see me running from a baby zombie here. Most of you guys are probably thinking like, why is he running from this tiny little zombie? If you played normal Minecraft, especially if you played RLCraft before, you know that baby zombies are a terror in this game, so be careful. as I mentioned earlier, when you get onto another floor, you want to make sure you patch up the holes in the roof. There's nothing worse than fighting on a level and a zombie, or even that blighted zombie that you see there, drops in on you and kills you and ruins your day. So make sure you patch up all the holes as you go through, jumping through. See that one? I missed that one. That can lead to dangerous stuff later on. Make sure you patch up every hole. Take a few extra seconds, because when that guy, as you see there, sneaks through, it can be scary. So right here, I'm being cautious. I'm not really attacking the blighted zombie. In other worlds, hitting the zombie is equal to death, so I'm just leaving him there. I'm hitting the other ones. Even though he wants to get hit, I see it there, he's trying to push through. I just take it slow. And I just want to make sure I don't hit him and just lose all my stuff here, just die in the hallway. So I'm just being cautious. I will attack him, I just want to make sure that I'm not going to die when I do it. So right here, the blighted zombie came at that one block hole that I made, and it looked like a baby zombie, a blighted baby zombie, so I like panicked and ran down the stairs. That was so funny, but it was just hitting at a weird angle. As I'm finishing off the rest of the mobs, the spiders and zombies on this level here, you can see I find another guy, just looking at his enchants before I attack him. Again, just being cautious to make sure there's no poison or wither. We're immune to poison, but make sure there's no wither or fiery. That one sets you on fire if you hit him. That guy there, he does have wither. As you can see, I hit him, so he applied the wither effect to me. He also has choke. That one's kind of dangerous if he's really has a lot of health. If he sticks around too long, you'll just suffocate and die. So right there, I hit the blighted zombie, so I'm like, okay, I didn't take any thorns damage. Maybe I can take this guy on. So I cleared the rest of the guys out. Right here should be the last couple. And in my head I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this guy, it's time to kill him. Here we go. No thorns damage, game on. You're dead. We go to the next floor and we see a blighted skeleton. As you can see, I'm having the same thoughts going in my head. Do I hit him? I hit him and run just in case I light on fire. But no damage back, so easy XP. So I apologize here for leaving the F3 stuff up. I just forgot to turn it off, so sorry it's on the screen. So we're just going floor by floor, you know, doing the same method, placing the block, taking out those blocks, being cautious with our, you know, enchanted zombies here. And we come across this one right here. He's an infernal zombie. So these guys have the most debuffs and stuff that they can do to you. As you can see, he has Vengeance, Alchemist, Choking, Ninja, Ender, Quicksand, Poison, Sprint, Lifesteal, Gravity, Sticky, and Bulwark. So he's got a lot of health. He's going to take your weapon. A lot of things are going to happen on this guy. As you can see there, I took 5.5 hearts of damage. If that damage would have went to my head, I would have been dead there. That would have been a one-shot to myself. So be cautious, be careful around these guys. After dealing with that zombie and being like, you know what, I'm not going to be able to take him out, I decided to go back home. I'm like, you know what, it's time to get some diamond armor, because at this point I've got enough levels to wear diamond armor. I've got my attack up to 16 as well, so I can use diamond gear. As you can see, I've got diamond nunchucks, my favorite. I've got a diamond pike and for that reach and distance, and a diamond saber for when things get hairy, because if you don't know, the saber gives you 25% damage reduction that you take goes into your weapon as durability. So a saber is a good thing to have. So after I get all of that back, we'll head back to the tower for some more climbing. This guy right here comes out. I get the craziest hit there. Now, I would like to take credit for that being a very skilled shot, but it was an accident. But a cool one nonetheless. As you can see here, defense 16, attack 16. I put 12 into building, so I can add, or crafting, excuse me, so I can be able to enchant my armor and things. And then right there, I just put the last part into mining. Because gotta have somewhere to put it. So here's a good lesson in, you know, the art of the lulls of fight, and, you know, taking your time with these. So right here, I'm climbing this level. I'm like, none of these guys are blighted or, you know, don't have any effects. So I'm like, I can take them on, you know. But I'm starting to get shit damage from every little thing. Right there, a spider drops on me, takes even more damage, and I'm like, I'm so laser focused, I don't even realize my body's on half a heart. Right now I'm tunnel visioned in, I'm just trying to find, I'm using my shield really well. But right now is a perfect time to just take a breath, take a step back, look at your health, and be like, oh my gosh, I need to heal. Because a half a heart is one hit from anything. Any amount of damage, you're gonna die. So right here, probably should have healed. I'm tunnel visioned in, I think I'm safe. And I get hit. I can tell you when that happened, I thought he was some strong zombie. I was like, what the heck happened? I didn't even realize I was on a half a heart. So again, take your time, make sure you heal up. Now after a good, I think it took me 20 minutes to find this again. I didn't have an atlas, so I had to kind of like just navigate through the landmarks and through the forest, and I finally found it back. I was so happy and relieved when I found it. So we find our little outpost here so we can get some of our stuff and get back to the tower and find where we died and get our stuff back. After a good little while, we were able to clear out the rest of the floors. This is the floor right underneath the golem, who's the boss on top of the tower. Now we don't want to attack him because he is way too strong. So this box right here has some good loot in it, and I want to see in, but it has this lockpick. It shocks me already, so I'm going slow. I'm being careful. I'm only taking damage to my arm and leg. I'm like, I'm just gonna take the lock off so I can try to steal the boxes. Yeah, not a smart idea, because when you take the lock, it opens the chest, and if you open the chest, you aggravate the golem. So now the fight is on. He's aggroed on me, he's shooting at me, and I'm like, nope. I yeet myself out the window into the water, which is also very scary. Now this moment is not very good. Like I said, dark, when it's nighttime like this, in the water, bad things can spawn in the water. You have to be so careful. That Roa could have came. There's a, kind of like shell creature that can just pull you into the bottom of the ocean. So that's a very big risk jumping out like that. But this guy's shooting at me. I have to get away or he's gonna kill me. As you can see, their aggro sticks for pretty far. I'm pretty far away and he was still shooting at me. I run over back to the base. I'm just trying to get away, trying to break his aggro so I can get safe there. Now this Lacedon comes out of the water and attacks me. These guys aren't so bad. They're pretty slow and have Pokemon, so just take them out. Of course, of freaking Phantom spawns right after that, but we were able to kill him, and we try to sleep. I see there's some mobs around. I don't want that creeper to come over and blow me up while I'm trying to lay in my bed. So I shoot him. I look over this guy. I'm like, maybe I don't shoot him. I sleep first. You gotta pick your fights and make sure you play it safe. So we're up in the morning, we're ready to get back to it. Freaking rock attacks me. He scares me so much that I accidentally throw my dagger. You have to be careful because throwable objects can fly back at you and hit you. It's the worst feeling when you kill yourself with a throwable object. But we get back to the tower here. Now I know he fell. He was shooting me at from like the 4th level, 3rd or 4th level, which means the loot on the very highest peak of the tower is mine to grab. So we use our grappling hook here. As you can see, it's such a useful thing early game, just to be able to jump up here. We don't have a mount to get to the top of the tower. So we look at the chest here. Awesome loot. We got 2 diamond blocks, 2 diamonds, 4 ingots. I'm just taking everything out of here because early game we want everything. So I'm like, cool. I'm done with that. It's time to go put our stuff away. And where are these guys coming from? We have these junkies. So annoying. I'm like, please get away from me. I just want to get all this loot over to my chest and, get the rest of this thing going. I see there's another junkie. Okay, just please get away from me. I don't know why I wasn't continuously backing up towards my base. Maybe I was panicking a little bit here. Pull out the pike for a little bit extra reach. Get him down. Okay, I just need. Maybe I get my bow. Oh, something is attacking me. What is it? I don't see it. Oh, it's these freaking abtus. Those little things are like piranhas, and then I see him. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Oh, I can't reach him. And he kills me. Well, guys, that's it for today's episode. We were able to get back and get to our stuff where we died there. Unfortunately, my OBS wasn't working, so I wasn't able to record it. But guys, thanks for watching. Catch us on the next one. If you liked the video, drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, guys, stay safe and have a good one.